Alrighty, we're back with What's Up Pop Culture. My name is Isaiah, also known as Zay, and this is David, my friend again, also known as Red. The first topic we're talking about today is, so it was out in the news, a man by the name of Ryan Lee Wynn shot a 6-year-old, and the more controversial part of this story is his bail. He got like a $10,000 bail, and he made bail
$100,000 bail.
Yeah, that actually came later. So it was
so his bail was $10,000, and then he only had to pay $1,000
because of the controversy over it.
Okay.
His bail got increased.
So like you pay 10% of your bail,
Okay.
or something like that. So if it's $100,000, you have to have $10,000 cash. They said, okay. So his bail was increased to $100,000.
Yeah.
So his bail was $10,000,
Yeah.
and he probably had to pay a percentage of that.
Yeah.
And then
So Ryan Lee Wynn allegedly shot a 6-year-old for being on his property, and the more controversial part of this is it was attempted murder of a 6-year-old who was on his property.
Well, it's also popular because he's Asian, and the young boy and his father are African American, and so the magistrate in that district is Alyssa Fink, and she's a third generational magistrate, and so like she's the one who they're the one who set the bond prices. The bond, the judicial process of the things.
Yeah.
So so it's sort of also bringing out her as well as a lot of black activists who are not supporters of Biden, because she is a Biden supporter.
Okay.
It's sort of coming for her and her generation, her third generation thing. And so whatever he said, because she also wished him good luck at the rebond hearing.
Wow.
Alyssa Fink wished, what's his name? Ryan, good luck. And so that's just where black people are really coming from. Like, whether it's a child, whether it's whoever, one of our women, one of our males, whatever, we always get the whatever he said to them when he got picked up into custody, it was okay to put the bail at that price. Whatever he said to them about him leaving a bicycle on the property a previous time. And then whatever he heard or he thought he was bigger than what he was, whatever stereotype that goes around with African Americans, I believe that Mr. Ryan said it and used it to protect his freedom, and that's how it is. Black people it's so much easier when a black person is in the judicial system, and it's so much easier for everybody else except us.
Yeah. And I think the worst part of it is the fact that you have to first try to hit the boy with a hammer, and then attempt to like shoot him because you couldn't get him with the hammer.
Right.
It's like you were trying to do harm.
And first of all, you should have been calling the police if it was that serious.
Yes.
Before
you use your weapon, because in realistically, this 6-year-old is not a danger to you. And that's the whole point of using a weapon on your property, is if you're in danger.
Yeah, somebody
annoyance.
trespassing, but it's really not.
It's more of an annoyance.
It's not about the right. It's not about you shouldn't have an innate sense of justice to attack a child. I don't know if that's her being third generational, if that's just what it is to Miss Alyssa Fink, you know, who shouldn't be there. She shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
If you wishing somebody good luck, you know, and somebody attempted a murder on a child.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Over someone being on your property. They're not breaking into his property.
Yeah,
it's just this
on his property.
It's just this minor trespassing issue.
Yeah.
You know, stay off of his whatever, or
Yeah.
keep to, you know, and no matter how the father and son were, you should have been calling the authorities instead of open up a gun shop on a child. And so I really don't know if this is inspired by the Asian crime that is going. Is this something that Mr. Ryan is, you know, he got a problem with? You know, there's been Asian hate attacks, and it's all this pent up aggression. I don't know what every I don't know what every Asian person going through. Hell, we don't know what every black person go through as well. But it seems to be almost like a racial conflict thing with Mr. Ryan as well. And Asian hate it's out there, and we all know hate against us. It's out there. So I'm not saying that inspired him to shoot this black child.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if anything,
that's a yes
Biden.
Or no.
What?
That's a yes or no.
What?
You know, is he inspired by the racism that's going on against Asians?
Well, see, like I don't know. All I can say is Biden did pass a bill to you know, help alleviate the Asian crime against Asians, but I mean, my thing is I don't think it's that. I don't know. I don't think it's that important where you need to release a bill to help Asian crime because of the coronavirus.
Well, let's not. I mean, like, people are attacking. Let's not attack.
Because now in this new viral age, if it was an issue, we would see it. We see more black crime in the media than we see Asian crime since this whole pandemic.
Well, African Americans need protection, and Asian need protection as well. So it's not like I'm not
knocking it.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, but it's just the thoughts that people are thinking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Asian, black. You know, because I've experienced someone expressing Asian hate. And it's odd, and it's like, oh, that's how you feel. You know, not out of the realm of someone cracking a racial joke. Something like actual hate, you know, and like that's going on, that's happening, you know. And it was only a matter of time before something happens with the Asian popping off.
Yeah.
You know, popping off on someone. You know, we are having these kind of attacks. This is a hate crime. This is a hate crime disguised as someone being on my property. That's what I feel this is. You know, it almost seemed like that judicial system take that into account and give the lesser end, like we always get to the black community. You know, is that what Alyssa Fink did when she first sentenced him and then wish him good luck again at the expense of African Americans?
If you are a person in that realm where Alyssa Fink is, you cannot be biased. Because you are in the law, you are supposed. The law is not biased. Yeah. So if you are supposed to go by the law, you can't be biased. Yeah. So like if you wishing people luck and you know go get them like that, that's telling me a lot
about Fink and her third generational ass.
Like that's just
about her. You know what I'm saying? She needs to go.
He didn't shoot a 38-year-old man.
And also,
he shot a 6-year-old boy.
Also, the police department has just to put that out there. The police department has unified with the family of the boy who was shot to increase the bail. The police department doesn't have anything to do with bail. Okay. You know, they don't set bail, but they're standing behind the family to urge,
which is good because that's what people want to see. People want to see that, like, because if you get support, I mean, the police department should be the support you should get because I mean, we already don't trust them. So I think that, I don't know. I just think that's a good ally to have, considering he should have called the police in that situation to alleviate the situation instead of just shooting, because it's not like the boy had a weapon.
Right.
He wasn't harming him.
And he knows them. And he knows them. He doesn't know them personally. Yeah. But you have seen them. These are neighbors.
Yeah, but I think what I'm trying to understand is, okay, it happened before. So what happened before? Why? Okay.
What kind of words?
I think that what makes it harder is that this is not a stranger. You know, you've seen this person before. This is not a stranger. And so for you to use violence to someone you know that lives in the neighborhood that is not a stranger, that's even more of a big problem. Because you know
we know they're not friends. We know they're not.
But you know that this is not a criminal.
And we know they have words. You know, you have to have some kind of words exchanged in. Yeah. So I don't know the climate. We don't know the climate. But regardless of the climate, it does not mean you shoot somebody, you attempt to murder a child. You know? Yeah. If anything, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be touching that child. Yeah. Period.
Go get his parent.
Go get his parent, call the police, anything. But you shouldn't be touching that child. Yeah. Any child.
But we're gonna move from that topic on to, lighter topic. Tonight, Eve and Trina are having a versus battle. Versus is when two artists, typically in the same genre, go against each other. Some people just like play the music. Some people perform, like SWV and Escape. They perform their music. I don't know what Eve and Trina are gonna do, but I think that performing would be a good option to if it's a versus. Let's see. You perform, but who would you like?
Also, with verses, they have almost like identical career success in a way. Yeah. In a way. There are certain factors, because as you see, like Trina and Eve probably have the same amount of albums, even though we know Eve have a lot of successful singles.
I think that's why it's called a verse. Yeah, because like you got
clearly Eve is gonna win the battle. Because
so you think? Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, because only thing that Trina really has is pussy music and like maybe a heartbreak in there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so Eve, like they're gonna be clear winners for Eve. Love is Blind, Rich Girl. They both haven't really recorded. Trina came out with something recently. Eve came out with somewhat recently. But as far as like critical success or shit like
critically acclaimed success,
they haven't had any.
But I mean, so what's your favorite Trina song?
Right now, the ones that I remember, any song that I remember is my favorite Eve and Trina song.
If I was to choose one to win, I would choose Eve. I mean, I like Eve. I mean, she's more.
I like Trina too. I don't really understand I feel like Eve and Trina, okay.
Because I really don't know. Because Kaya tried to be versus battle with.
That might have been better. Because their catalog is somewhat similar. I know that Trina has made some emotional cuts and stuff like that, but none were successful to my knowledge that I know. What is on Trina's catalog? Here we go again. Look Back at Me. I know that was kind of Diamond Girl. I just really don't know where Eve is gonna. Well, her feet. Yeah. What was she featured? I know she was featured on. No, I know Trina was featured on some hits as well.
Well, that's considered their songs.
I know, but I just can't recall any of the songs now. The Trick Daddy and thing like that.
Oh, Trick Daddy is a lot of songs.
It did the Rough Rider affiliation.
Rough Rider,
Eve has tracks that she probably appeared.
Yeah.
And I kind of like Eve features. I do. Eve does a lot of features.
When Stefani and her are great together.
Right. Right.
So my favorite song by Eve is "Gangsta Love" with Alicia Keys.
Right. So
I love that song.
So Eve is a clear winner.
I mean,
this
for
is
me,
just
like, yeah,
a versus.
Yeah.
Not a good one.
I mean,
like
entertaining.
watching
If
wise,
you
but
are-
I'm just talking about like catalog wise.
Oh, Ronald posted a picture of Trina. He won't change.
Well, he's from Miami. You know what I'm saying? So Trina has Trina has Florida on her side.
Yeah.
So, but that doesn't make you know what I'm saying? But like, what was it? The Isleys against Earth, Wind and Fire. Was that a versus battle? Who was the Isleys again?
Oh, Ron Isley. He does a lot of songs with.
But they were versus. They did a versus.
Wind and Fire, right?
I think it was. But that was a really, really good one because everybody got a really, really good catalog.
Hits, yeah.
And you think Timbaland, that's a really, really good one. Everybody got really, really good. Patty and Gladys or Brandy and Monica. Damn, does Trina even have a chance? Did she have a chance?
So you saying that Eve could win this?
Well, I'm just saying, like, they're going to be clear. There's clear winners for Eve.
But who can rap better?
Eve. I'm not impressed by Trina's flow.
Okay.
I've always been entertained by some of her songs, but I was never thoroughly impressed by Trina's flow.
Okay. Well, I think Eve will win this. Apparently, you think Eve will win this. I would love to have Ronald here to see why he would say that Trina would win.
I just say he's from Florida.
Yeah,
he's from Florida. They like that. That's a musical state.
Okay, well, there are jams and there are hits.
Right.
So I'm thinking, in this scenario, Trina has jams.
Right.
Eve has hits.
Yeah.
So,
but
how can you say that jams are better than hits?
Well, because there are jams. Hits change your address. Jams get you a bag, a nice bag or something. But if you have a hit, you can change your address.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trina has a bunch of jams that may add out to a couple of big hits once you put them all together. But I just feel that Eve's catalog is obviously more iconic than Trina's catalog.
Yeah.
But they got the same amount of albums.
And Eve don't got to work anyway. She married to that rich.
Well, Trina's worth a pretty penny as well. It's not, financial. You know what I'm saying? But I just, like I said, I enjoy some of Trina's music. I enjoy it, but I was never thoroughly impressed with her rapping skills.
Okay, well,
and that's just that.
All right.
How I feel.
Well, the next topic we're going to talk about is, Jeff Bezos just became the richest guy in the world again. But I guess the question of this is, he's worth $195 billion. Mm-hmm. What would you do with that money? The
only thing I know, Jeff, that's Amazon, right?
Yeah.
It's that Amazon is no longer testing their employees for marijuana. So that's great. That's good for Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos is the founder of Amazon, and that's where he got the majority of his money from. Actually, his wife is donating $5 million to Kenny King College.
That's great.
She's also donating a lot of money to Chicago's universities.
Yes.
So one of the universities is Kenny King. I just heard on the radio. So I just think that.
That's great too, but we also know they donate money for tax purposes. So, giving things to a black charity. But I do know that Amazon, Jeff Bezos, is being attacked by environmental activists because where do those packages go that you send back? All those returns, all those shit that they do, where do they go? How do they dispose of them?
Well, they do that thing whereas you can
it
buy
affects our environment.
You can buy kind of like a Pandora's box of stuff.
Yeah, that's great too, but some things you just can't resell.
Liquidation.com.
Yeah, that's nice too. But some things you just can't resell. Jeff Bezos is worth a pretty penny, but a lot of time with these billionaires of companies and oils and gas companies, these people really harm our environment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure his environment and his fucking ecosystem with $192 billion it's not being affected.
Maybe he could use some of that money to help clean the environment. Like,
well, I hope that they pay their taxes.
Because rich people are synonymous with not paying their taxes. Alright, so I actually didn't even say what I would do with the money.
Yeah.
I always saw myself as a giver more than a taker. And I think that it's very important you as a person of means to give.
Right.
Whenever you can give. It's just give. And I would just be more of a giving person. I would do a lot of like just helping the environment. Just building shelters for homeless people and stuff like that.
Teeth care, go get your teeth. If I had $100, go get my teeth, teeth and toes and shit like that, and check on my eyesight.
Not the first thing you would do.
That would be the first motherfucker. If I had $195 billion and I woke up with it, the first thing that I'm doing is I'm going to get my mouth fixed. And probably let my mom know. That's the first thing I'm doing. If you ever get a large amount of money, one of the first things you also need to do is property and security. When you come back with your bags of goodies, and when you pull up with your new car and shit, you want to make sure you're in a secure environment. So you get that and your teeth fixed first.
Yeah. Okay, well, everybody has the ideas of what they should do with their money, but
would you get a colonoscopy?
Later down the line, I wouldn't. That wouldn't be the first thing to do, but
okay.
If you can afford it, I do anything. He can literally do anything. Okay. Anything. Right. He could call another rich person and say, "I want to buy your land."
Well, yeah, they do shit like
if
it's for sale. If it's for sale, some people won't care. This is my home. My $1 million.
Imagine, just being able to just walk into a business and say, I want to buy out your business. Yeah. He can buy out businesses with that.
Yeah. Amazon will have to, that man will be rich in his generation.
Generational.
Unless something wow, catastrophic
we need to get our people is generational. Because
his money is just going to make money, so it's not, good for Amazon.
Next topic is Tyler Perry putting a question out there of should we bring back Why Did I Get Married Again? This will be the third installment, by the way. And if you guys didn't know, I am a very big Janet Jackson fan.
No, you're not. Are you a big Janet Jackson fan?
So of course I would want this movie to come back.
Would she return? Yeah, they cool. She returned.
And the most interesting thing for me in this movie would be to see Janet and The Rock's dynamic together.
Okay.
Mainly because he don't do black people movies. Okay.
Oh yeah. No, let's not. You have to go through his catalog.
He normally does action-packed fighting.
You might be a New Rock fan. But you're probably a new Dwayne Johnson fan.
No, I've always been.
Okay, so if you've been a Rock fan, he has an extensive
black movies.
Yes.
Black movies.
It's not black movies. So first of all, a minority cast. You know what I'm saying? A minority cast.
You say
Jumanji.
That's not a black.
That's a black person.
That's
a black person in the movie. And also Danny Glover was in the Jumanji and Kevin Hart.
But when I say black movies, Tyler Perry movies would be considered black.
Okay, I give you that. But Dwayne Johnson is a person of
color.
color.
Soul Plane is considered a black movie.
Fast and Furious.
The Barbershop
is Vin Diesel black.
Is Vin Diesel
black? Is he black?
That's a white movie.
Is Vin Diesel black?
The Barbershop is considered a black movie. Movies like that.
You're right. Okay, you're right.
Majority black cast.
Or how about an African American?
And I literally think that it would help him gain more fans because it seems to me, and it maybe me is just my bias against the whole situation is because I think that he just has a specific type of movie that he does, and he doesn't get out of that box to
he's big Hollywood now.
Yeah,
he's the leading earning male actress.
Yeah. He's the lead.
He makes the most in Hollywood.
Yeah.
So
he is.
But I've seen like Brock in the beginning.
Like you too good to do,
No, I've seen some of Mr. Johnson beginning work, and he's done some.
The Scorpion King.
To me,
he was in the first movie he was in.
I seen him in drug crime drama.
Okay.
I've seen him in a few of those. I've seen him in some things where like you gotta have some chops versus it's a big fucking ape chasing me or some shit like that. I've seen him in or action movie and he's getting better. He was really lit in the new Jumanji. He looked like he had his acting going on.
I mean, would you? So did you
how about Dwayne Johnson as a crackhead? Like, I think if we're gonna bring him into Why Did I Get Married, let's not give him this heroic ass role. Maybe he can be the bad guy. Maybe he can be. What I'm saying? Let's not give him this tender, mushy, heroic
role. Yeah.
Sex god role.
Yeah.
Let's really. You know what I'm saying? So wait, what Dwayne was gonna do? They was gonna get together.
Well, in the last movie, because Janet's husband dies,
right?
And at the last scene, she meets him.
Okay.
So
I don't know. She meets him and.
Spoiler! Sorry if you didn't see the last movie.
Well, no. Why he gotta be the bad guy?
I mean, because like. Yeah, she been through so much,
In the first one.
He can't be a bad guy.
I don't know. Maybe he could.
Maybe Tyler Perry can make him a role in another movie where he's
a drug addict or some shit. Not a bad guy. He got new drugs.
It can't be too good to be true.
Yeah, that little crack cocaine.
Yeah. So, I mean, only time will tell. I think that this will be good for him and give us variety in his acting.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know why would I get married again. They gonna have to really come at it.
Yeah, they
don't have to. But you got the people, Tasha. You got the
Smith,
comics. The comedic.
She's really good.
Yeah, so that as well.
Jill Scott.
Yeah, Jill Scott.
Jill.
We would have to. Yeah, I love me some Jill. And they would have to really. Tyler would have to really.
Jill gonna have to get her body back because in the movie
Jill body back. Jill
she
back. And let's not that shame. Let me talk about not that shame.
Huh?
Let's not that shame.
No. Because in the movie she lost weight.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I'm looking at her titties.
I'm not fat shaming her. I'm just saying like her character gained confidence because her husband was bullying her
about her weight and shit.
Yeah, and so after years she came back.
And she looked good. I forgot that with a corset on. Because it moved the times.
Yeah. But I like.
But Jill already dropped
that scene where you see.
Yeah,
Jill.
She already dropped the sexy lingerie pic. Remember that Twitter?
She looked good.
And then remember the microphone oral sex scene. So Jill is already sexed up. So I would hope, like in the movie Why Did I Get Married Again, that we could bring some of that freak Jill out. I hope like I want that for Jill's character to be this confident, sexual, freaky woman.
So Willow has a new song out. It's called, I don't know the name because it just literally just came out. It's called Transparent Soul. And it's featuring Travis Barker. I listened to it this morning and I kind of like, okay, so I've been waiting for, her to come back because, I like Willow. I like, I think, what you thinking? Like, I mean, I like Willow, but I just didn't. I think the song is okay.
It's pop candy.
I think what I'm waiting for is another with my hair type
You'll
song.
never get that.
But I think because she's transforming into this woman type, her her music doesn't even sound like that anymore.
Yeah, I
So,
feel like With My
it's
Hair
like-
is like history. You know, like With My
She'll
Hair
never make
to
a song like
Transparent,
that.
it's like it's not that she'll never make a song like that. She has made different elements of music. You know, you have to be
Yeah.
invested in her catalog
Yeah.
to see the variety of Willow.
And-
But this, I like
And
this.
from what I've heard in her catalog, it just so far from With My Hair that I can't. I'm used to that, and
That's in
I-
2010.
no, but I'm just saying, like,
Right, that's in 2010.
no, but she's
That's the last song you enjoyed by Willow. Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying? Right. So, you know, like I don't want to Whip My Hair is so that, you know what I'm saying? It's so, But it's still.
I also like 24th Century Girl and Fireball with Nicki.
Yeah, so
But
you
now
like
that's
you
where-
like that. So you
Yeah.
like the hip hop R&B type
Yeah.
thing. But the thing why the reason why this is like Willow's, because she has released several records
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
within the last like couple of years. But this is more of a mainstream album,
yeah.
as you can
Seem
tell,
like
with
it.
the look
From
that
the-
she's going.
yeah,
she
she
has
really
this
thought
look.
about it. Yeah.
And like this may be more of the mainstream record that she wants to make.
Yeah.
It is. So like this is
She
her.
look good.
Yeah, this is her art. You know, this artistry. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes she is.
Transparent.
She's a
transparent soul.
Yeah, but no, but sometimes she talks about very different topics in her music. So even though like this song is this pop song and sort of like catchy, the content of the song is very good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's very deep. It's very symbolic. So she touches a lot of themes in her music, and I wonder with the mainstream album, what would those themes be? You know what I'm saying? Because she is a soul. She's a caring soul. So it'd be great to see what this project.
I do think that she doesn't care about the success factor of it, which is good for an artist to give the people that their fans that they follow the music that they like. So I don't think that in that aspect I think it's good, but
I think
and
success
that's why-
matters
Yeah.
to
yeah, and that's why
the Smiths. You know,
Yeah.
they do tour. Willow and Jaden do tour. Willow does tour.
yeah.
And at different capacity venues, you know what I'm saying? There is a chance you might get to see Willow in an arena, and then the next time you see her, you might see her in a 300 capacity venue.
Yeah.
Money may not be as much money as I can get, but the work ethic is definitely there. It's definitely, you know, put on the show, professional, get whatever bag that is, whatever they're doing it well. And sometimes it is though. Sometimes the music is, but it's not always about that. It's about you pick yourself up. And at the same time make it fun and catchy to have a hit, or make it do hit a nerve, or you know, like those things matter. What makes you legendary as an artist is when you go and you paint a picture and you really don't care what anybody thinks. This is just what you wanted to make.
Thank you.
And you turn it around and you share it. You know, so like that, you know, like that component.
Yeah, I think that's why people listen to a lot of people who are big in that aspect, because those artists, even though that's a lot of reason why a lot of people like Beyonce, because even though a lot of her recent albums don't have like the mainstream successful songs on it, people relate to her just putting out an album to talk about what she wants to talk about, because
it's some of the themes are nice. You know, some of the things are nice, and then it's also entertainment. There's also a very entertainment aspect. We know Beyonce wants to entertain us, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I think
that's
that's
you
what
know.
probably Willow wants to do, is just make music that she wants to make.
Well, she's
I don't think
developed
that
as an
that first
artist.
album was what she wanted. She just
Well,
wants probably like this rocker
Probably
type
so. She
songs.
probably did wanted to create Whip My Hair and do it, but then, you know, it becomes redundant. You know what I'm saying? It becomes redundant. It becomes very physical. You know, performing is very physical.
Yeah.
And it's not like Willow is changing her parents' life financially.
No.
So what do you want to do? What
Yeah.
do you want to sing about? What do you want to talk about? You know, so and then she can sing very, very, very well, you know, and this is her artistry. This is what she wants to present, her look. And so you would think a lot of times when artists go to a label with a record and they're like, no, this is not what we want you to do. We don't want you to be depressed this album. You know what I'm saying? Or we don't want you to talk about what's going on in the world with this album.
Yeah.
You know, so like, and to be an artist and to be like, no, this is where I'm at. This is what I'm going through. Trust me, don't trust me. This is what I'm releasing. You know, this is, you know, fighting for a record. So those are the sort of legendary components, because a lot of times when you sit up in there with major talent, it is, let's just get this money. You know, like everybody out. And that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
You know, but sometimes you got to dig in. If you want legendary, you're going to have to dig in your bag, dig in your creativity, and present us with something selfish, something personal, or just whatever, and present it to us in music.
Yeah, I think that I think for a lot of artists, that's hard, and because it's easy to talk about, you know, let's go out to eat and, you know, like, you know, love type music, but it's hard to talk about music that ain't got nothing to do with that, or money or whatever. I think that, you know,
different elements go a long way. You know, even if you think of G-Unit, when G-Unit came out, you had 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks, Young Buck, The Game. And, you know, you have, you know, In a Club, Beamer Buzzer, Bentley. But when you would get the album, there would be a variety of different tracks, you know, a variety of different emotions. The relationship track, the turn up track, the I'm pissed off track, the I lost somebody track, the, you know, I want to talk about God on this track. That whole variety element, you know, like people like albums like that. So I think that's more important. You know, it's very important that that for artists to try it, give it a shot.
Yeah, only time will tell, but I mean, with Doja Cat.
It is important for people to talk about the biracial components in race.
Yeah.
You know, and not cancel her, but actually let's bring up a discussion about biracial people and their experience in white supremacy. So I think that's great, you know, regardless of her, I think that's just great that it came up. You know,
yeah.
It was learning for her and other people.
Yeah, I like her. I think that she has like a radiance and a animation type of aspect about her, even when she performs. It's just like very like
professional.
You know, like
she's professional.
You can tell she has a lot of ideas in her brain. She still has a lot of tricks and a lot of things. Like when I watch her perform, I'm like, I could tell she could perform this song so many different ways.
Yeah.
From how she's performing it.
So she's turned a lot of versatility. You know,
like it's
big,
just the animation that she's going, like her mind is crazy and stuff.
And you know, like this is the record she wants to make. When things do get different, you know, when you're on a different mindset, will you be able to articulate that into songs? And who knows, the kind of person she is, she might already have 12 songs with crazy themes and personal themes, and they're just there for her, you know, somewhere on her laptop. Who know, you know what I'm saying? So who knows? But I do think she can craft that. You know, I do think she could do that.
on a downer note, Megan Thee Stallion came out with the new song Thought S. And basically people were basically saying, why are you encouraging women to be thoughts?
Well, like
They were talking on the radio talking about how like and then like
does it matter?
When I first heard it, I wasn't really I didn't go to that, but it was in the back of my mind, but I was just thinking like, okay. I mean, I think
don't be a traitor now.
I think what she was saying is because I don't think Megan.
Not you. I'm talking about the fans.
Yes. I think what Megan is going at with this song is, everybody has that thought moment. Every one girl has that thought moment when you dancing like,
But this is what happens when
club.
your catalog becomes redundant.
Yeah.
This is what happens. You know what I'm saying? So like when your catalog becomes redundant because all of her singles. No, I'm just saying all of her singles have been sexually.
Yeah. About sex.
Very short, and that's okay.
That would be a good.
She don't have to appease anybody.
Yeah.
If she want to keep making shake your ass sexually, want to call it sexually empowered women.
Sexually empowered.
Sexually empowered, fine. If you want to call it thought, nasty, freak, the devil, fine, whatever. Whatever she want to do, that's what she can do. But as an artist, as an entertainer, you are gonna wanna a variety of catalog material.
I kind of want that from Chris Brown. I feel like now the Chris Brown now is only making club music,
and that's where he's at. That's where he's at.
I feel like the old Chris Brown would make ballads.
Well, we don't know the old.
He would make
the new Chris Brown make ballads,
that,
but he only sings R&B. That's why he's not Michael Jackson legendary.
But he looks up to Michael Jackson.
That's
and
great.
He wants to be like Michael Jackson.
We don't know that.
He has said that he's very inspired by Michael and
dance wise. Dance wise, but not vocally, not. Don't get me wrong. Chris Brown be singing.
You see it in his music, like
I don't really see that many Michael
references.
Notes.
Well,
I don't really see that many I don't really see somebody utilizing their voice like Michael Jackson would when I listen to Chris Brown music. I may see, and the thing is with the Jack. Okay, let me just say this. I'm going to cut you off. But the thing is with the Jacksons, Michael and Janet in particular, they were the first to do certain things. So a lot of times when we see people moving and dancing, we're automatically going to think that they're inspired by a Jackson, especially when you try to do some of the moves. Now, all of Chris Brown moves are not Michael Jackson because Michael Jackson don't be twerking on no ass like that. But you can see him hit the note sometimes. But now, as far as Mike imitating his voices with different instruments and doing different things vocally, I don't see Chris Brown doing all of that, but I do know Chris Brown be singing. But he's not doing all of that.
I think that, it's very hard to compare yourself and try to emulate Michael. Because in some aspects, the way you sing or the way you do stuff is kind of has a lot to do with how you grew up and how your upbringing was. His upbringing was different from Michael. And Michael was taught how to sing differently.
I'm just saying the way someone utilizes their voice. I'm just saying the way someone utilizes their voice. But a lot of times with the music that Chris Brown sings, it's not like the vocal is important, but it's also a lot of different other kind of elements going on too. Versus sometimes with Mike or with other male singers, the vocal is the highlight. Sort of, you think of Kim's Love Call or let me think of a current pop, Giovanni or something like, or Daniel Caesar. Like best. You know what I'm saying? Like that's that Chris smooth
Yeah.
vocal, that raw vocal. That's not a lot of Chris Brown material.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like up tempo, mid tempo R&B, heavily studioized,
Yeah.
auto tune, and
and I think that at this point of his career, I don't think he's thinking about trying to like be that, because you did say, like, he is.
He's one of the best-selling artists of all
Yeah.
time. Probably one of the best-selling R&B artists of all time.
Yeah.
He's probably at a good 50 to 75 million units, single sales included. But that's.
And I do think that, like you said, Megan will have to change it up. Ultimately, because people don't stop buying it.
Well, has Cardi? Cardi hasn't really
Because I don't
changed it, but like the Be Careful, that Be Careful track is a sort of little change, even though it's still
Cardi is different from Megan.
Well, what I'm saying is that like Be Careful, I like it. So Cardi, there has been elements of Cardi just changing the flavor, sort of changing the style. You know what I'm saying? So like that really matters. Even though, Cardi Be Careful is about a relationship, but it changes the style.
But you have to understand, like, the difference between Cardi and Megan is that Cardi is a living meme.
Yeah.
Anything she do, people are gonna, make a, it's controversial.
But I'm talking about
she's
artist-wise, not meme-wise.
No.
Artist-wise.
I'm just saying, like, the reason why I say that is because she can, like, come out with a single and it's gonna be successful because it's more of about the hype.
Yeah, I get that, but you gotta understand, like hype also, but like
Megan doesn't have that behind her.
Well, yes, she does. Megan has a fan base.
No, I don't think she has that controversial aspect behind her.
Controversial, not really. But I don't find
that
Cardi
gimmick
B,
type of.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean.
See, this is the thing that Cardi B says. She says that she's not doing this. So like,
what do you mean?
She's not. These songs are becoming popular because of the people. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I get what you're saying. Where that trendy music, as far as Doja Cat, the queen of TikTok, or Cardi's the queen of meme music.
Yeah.
So that's out of their control.
Yeah.
You have to think like that's generational. So you have to think in the 70s, this may how they supported music, and now in this generation, this is how we support music in a way. But I was just saying, Cardi has dropped a few, you know what I'm saying? You can take us to Dominica once, and you can do I Like It. You can take, you know what I'm saying? Or you can Be Careful could be your ballad, and Be Careful is just when she does her set list, I got something to do. I don't know how Megan gonna slow shit that, that's okay.
Megan's song, Megan.
That's okay. But it would be nice, sometimes just save these tracks for an album track and try to come up with, can we have a good time in another way, Megan? If it's possible, if you can do it.
Yeah.
Because everybody can't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a Megan song where.
And that's okay. She's new. It's sort of a hypocrite thing to it. If she is an artist that wants to make sexual content and entertain people that way, that's her right.
Yeah.
Stop looking for it in her. Look for it in someone else.
I think that people gravitated to Madonna because Madonna kept reinventing herself.
Yeah.
And people like that aspect of an artist.
Yeah.
It's evolving every time you come out. It's something new.
Yeah.
And I think that Michael did that, Janet did that, Madonna did that. Even though I actually think that Mariah Carey and Whitney did that.
Yeah.
Because
absolutely.
It was that breaking from a Tommy Mottola, and she get her sexy
and they both
back,
did gospel.
Honey,
they both have gospel themes though.
I never did a dance in the video. Like she got teamed up with Diddy.
Yeah.
She never did that before.
My Love Is Your Love.
Yeah.
Like tracks like, what I'm saying, things like that.
Yeah.
So
Whitney, it was all about ballad. That was a neo soul type of.
But the
hit.
content of the song.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
It was a socially conscious
a
message.
socially conscious
yeah.
message. That's what I'm,
Yeah.
And just different things and with the gospel element as well.
Yeah.
So,
And actually, I didn't. That song was a bigger hit than I thought it was. Yeah. It was.
My Love Is Your Love.
Yeah, it was like really on the charts for a long time, and I was
Yeah.
looking back. I'm like, dang, what's that?
Yeah.
But
Aretha Franklin has done that with her catalog. You know what I'm saying? She
but Aretha Franklin's catalog is so
very extensive,
huge.
right? Well, that's why it's so important to express
Jeez,
Take a look at Aretha, Tina, and Marvin, and the people. Teddy Pendergrass. He's the sex symbol, but he has a lot of inspirational, and he even charted on the gospel charts when in his realm when he came out. So when you take a look at these people, you want to laden your album with something a little different, just something inspirational, something hopeful in your record and creative. Just a couple of two tracks. Just one or two.
I always think that you should play as an artist. Play with different tracks.
Yeah.
The whole album should not sound the same.
Yeah. Or the same theme.
Yeah. I think that, if I was to make an album, if I was an artist making an album, I would not want every song to be the same thing. I will obviously have your up-tempo songs and then your ballads, but then I will also experiment with other stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'll have like this, and then, I never tried that. Let me put this,
Yeah.
I want it to be like a journey or like something that you wouldn't expect.
Right. I agree. Yeah.
Because, like, a lot of people say that they can listen to the whole album of The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. So, they don't say that for a lot of albums.
Yeah.
I want people to feel that way about an album.
But again, that is an artist, that is a human being who is very serious and very, very serious about the human experience, very introspective about the human experience in society, and is able to articulate that in her music.
Yeah.
It's that shit is draining, healing. When you go into, so that's kind of like why some artists do stick to the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not as draining. It's not a process.
It can't be.
But you got
half the songs that people get.
But I'm just saying,
they didn't write themselves anyway.
Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Why not talking about her?
No, I'm saying Stevie, or Janet Jackson, The Velvet Rope, like to really make an album.
But if you think that way, it almost tells you what's your mindset. If you have to really think about making a song that is not about the general stuff that everybody else is singing about or rapping about.
Right.
It really needs to. It really should tell you, like, man, maybe I need to reevaluate my artistry, because
to an extent,
that's not what everybody should want to
You can do what you want to do.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You can do what you want to do, but neo soul, gospel artists, or just artists who really talk about different elements, there is a healing and draining process on a different degree when they make the content that I feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like to actually, to think like making these songs and emoting those emotions is different. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot different from, okay, what's this track? What's this next track? And it's the same thing in a rap element and a hip hop element, to tap into that aggression, to make this track with that aggression. So it's a very different, and it's nice when artists come along and they show that they can emote a variety of different emotions in music. It's very nice.
Well, I mean, I think in rap it's even more important, because unless you're Drake or Jay-Z, you are going to have to do that, because
unless that's what Drake and Jay-Z does.
No, but I'm just saying, but I'm saying, But what I'm saying is to say, you know, an artist like J. Cole could come out with an album and it not have no hits on it, and people are gonna buy his stuff.
Well, it do,
Right
it
now,
do
J.
have
Cole-
hits. It do
right
have
now-
hits. It's just
I'm
not.
just saying.
It's just not what you consider.
No.
There are successful records,
Like,
single wise.
okay, like,
That's a hit.
I don't want to like say that